9 to 5 Mac is reporting that the next version of the Apple Watch will have a video camera for FaceTime and more independence from the iPhone. Now, if these rumors are true, could they get in the way of sales of the first Apple Watch? Joining us now to talk about that and so much more is CNET Executive Editor Roger Cheng. Roger, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So first of all, how credible are these rumors? I mean, 9 to 5 Mac, when they put a report out, people tend to listen. Do you expect to see some of these new features?
Yeah, these features aren't that surprising. I mean, the fact that Apple wants to add a FaceTime camera to the next version of the watch is a good logical step, right? They're already supporting FaceTime audio calls for the existing watch, or they will later this year. So adding a camera is a good logical step. Now, whether or not people actually want a camera is another question. It's interesting to note that Samsung, when they first launched their smartwatch, included a camera that no one used, and now you don't see a camera anymore.
That's an interesting point you bring up. I know for me, reading this report, and especially the idea that maybe you're not going to be necessarily as tethered to the iPhone, makes me wonder whether I want to hold off. I don't currently own an Apple Watch. Makes me wonder whether I want to hold off on buying one right now. Do you think that's going to be a big issue for folks that are considering getting into the wearable space right now?
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, they're holding off on that second version. It's important to note that when Apple first launched their iPhone, it was a huge step forward for smartphones, but not a lot of people bought it until that second version came out, where they added a bunch of extra features like a faster 3G connection or the App Store. So I imagine there are a lot of people thinking the same thing with the second version of the Apple Watch, something that will be a little bit more polished than what we have now.
And do you think there are other issues or features that are going to have to be addressed as well?
Yeah, definitely battery life is a big one. That was one thing about that report that said that Apple wasn't. They were happy with the response for battery life. I don't know if people actually want to charge their watch every night, though.
That's a fair point. Well, Roger, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for watching. I'm Morgan Brennan. Have a great day.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Dowdy from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.